you saw the thumbnail, you know what this is about. This is something I saw and I was like, that's interesting. That might be something cool. It's my birthday around the time. When you're recording it, it's just before, and then when it comes out, it's just after. And then there'll be a bunch of videos about this in the next few days. My wife was like, so what do you want? And I saw this and I was like, you know what? That's what I want. And look how small it is. I knew it was small. It's called a dwarf. But my goodness, it's really small. So let me crack this sucker open and make sure not to show my address on camera, so I don't have to edit it out or cut it completely. It's been a while since I've done that, so maybe I have a good roll going. I don't have to, I can just keep it right off frame, right? There you go. So let's unbox this sucker. And luckily, I was telling my wife, because she was like, oh, it's coming today. I was like, in the last last week has just been completely overcast every night. Last night was the first night in a week where it wasn't completely overcast, and tonight's going to be another beautiful clear night. So I've had a telescope when I was a little kid, but it was a really crappy telescope. It was a tiny little one of those that you move in and out. I was like 7 or 8, so you know. So this is the DWARF autofocus. DWARF, because I just used it. So let's take a look. Let's crack this box open. First and foremost, I have a dog outside that hates it when you leave her out there for longer than she wants, and she starts crying. So let me go get Lady first. Looks cool. Come here, Lady. No cat? She was looking for the kitty cat. Good girl. Okay, she had her fill. She has to go find my wife. She's like, where did she go? So this is the DWARF Mini Smart Telescope. Never owned a telescope like this either. You've got a user manual, a nice cleaning cloth. You never have too many of these. I wear glasses, so I need them all around. I have them everywhere. I have them in my car, in my office, right here where I sit all the time. I never have enough of them, so that's always nice. Look at this. Everybody was like, it's really tiny. Everybody on YouTube is like 4 feet tall because everything is larger to them. This thing is tiny. So this is the DJI Action 6. So if you get a scale, it's like 4 of them put together. And this is the bigger action camera that they make out of it, because this is the Nano. The Nano is like 5 of them. So it's got a mount for a tripod. I have this tripod, I have another tripod, I have multiple tripods, so that's one thing I don't need. It's really small, it's really nice. Put this here. And in the rest of the stuff in the box is a USB-C cable to charge it with and to run it with, because when I do this, I plan on running it all night and doing the star lapse and whatever other things I can see in the sky. Bluebird skies today. If you're watching this, today was the day I went to the zoo. I literally got home 5 minutes ago, maybe 6, but I'm home and I saw this, and my wife was like, you're gonna get it today. And this is the solar attachment, so that way I can take a picture of the sun. So that's really cool. So I think that's everything in the box, because this is stuck in, right? Yeah, so nice little black rubber band. I don't know what I'll use that for. I'm that person that keeps everything. So what I need to do now is download the Dwarf Lab app on my phone. This is a phone, in case you didn't know. And I'll get started on this, because that was the unboxing. Let's go into first impressions of the actual app. All right, we got the telescope set up. We're gonna do 25-second exposure. We're gonna set it on the video mode. I'm gonna take the the gain all the way down to the lowest point. The shutter is 10 seconds, like I said. Everything else should be default. Sharpen is a little high, but at 36, I mean, but it's not too bad. Everything else is 0. The sun sets. The sun just set. Last light is in about 10 minutes, so I'm going to give it about 25 minutes before we start, so that way I know it's completely dark and I'll make sure we're dialed in properly. So, let's take a look. We're going to do the wide angle lens and point it right at the sun. You cannot do this without the filter. You can, but you would just ruin your lens. So, and choosing autofocus, you can take a look here. There's a really cool little spot on the sun. So I'm just using the automatic settings. I should screen capture it, but this is just good enough. I mean, I don't know if anybody's gonna watch this far anyway. So this is for my edification here, so take a picture. Picture came out pretty good, let's put it here. Now with this, what can happen is I can put the app so that way it'll track the sun. So like if there's an eclipse, that's mostly what you'd want it for, which this looks really good. So this is the, there's 2 settings. There's a wide setting and a telescopic setting. This is a telescopic setting, so it's just the sun. That works really well. This is shutter 1/400th. It has the astro filter on, 0 gain, auto white balance, and everything else is zeroed out. So sharpen is 30, and I did autofocus. So this makes the sun look really nice, and it's super, super simple to do. So that's the really nice thing about the telescope too. So we did our let's go look at the Starlapse now. Starlapse is, I still haven't fully dialed it in, but you know, it's just a learning process, which is the fun part anyway. So I'm going to end it right there. We did an unboxing. We did our first Starlapse, which didn't work out as well. Let me talk quickly about the Starlapse. Smaller lens. So I'm shooting this on the A7 IV. This one I've been working with for a couple of years now. I have it dialed in. It's a larger sensor. It's the same type of sensor. It's a Sony sensor, obviously, but it's a larger sensor, and it's has more dynamic because it's meant for a wide range of things, whereas the telescope is more. It's a smaller sensor. It's not as small as like an action camera sensor, but it is smaller. So things like taking pictures of the sun is absolutely amazing. I haven't done it yet, but the next video I make about this will probably be taking a picture of some sort of a celestial body. So I need to do that while it's clear, because the last few days it's been slightly clear in the evening, and then by the morning it gets cloudy. It's just that time of year, I guess. I don't know. The weather's been really screwed up lately, which we all know why. But I think the next thing to do is a celestial body of some sort. I'll find a nebula or something that'll really will highlight how this camera, or it is a camera, how this telescope works really well. The nice thing about it, you can run it with the app. The app is pretty easy to use. It's fairly simple to just to connect with it again, and just to, sometimes, you know, when you're trying to connect something with a Bluetooth and it's, or a wireless, and it's like wonky. Like this camera is a little bit wonky. Sometimes it doesn't want to connect. I've had that happen a couple times with this camera, with this telescope, but for the most part, I think doing time lapse, doing a video time lapse is so far. I haven't figured out what setting I need. If you know a great setting to make the video time lapse, to make the star lapse look really nice and the stars will pop really well, leave a comment, please. But pictures and stuff like that, and pictures of the sun, and pictures, the moon is the new moon is tonight, because like tomorrow is the end of Ramadan, and Ramadan goes on the moon. So I asked a buddy of mine, is like, hey, when's Eid, the end of Ramadan? It's like tomorrow. So that means new moon. So not next week, probably next weekend. So like 8 to 10 days from today, the moon should start showing up, and then we'll try a picture of the moon with that too. That'll be another video. So overall, kind of a big learning curve, but that's sort of the fun of it. My wife was like, oh, you're having blah, blah, blah. And I was like, trying to figure it out is like 90% of the fun of doing all of this. That's the reason I make YouTube videos. Trying to figure out how to make bread, trying to figure out how to play guitar, trying to figure out all of these things. That's just the fun of it. So I don't ever take that as a negative. I always take that as like, this is what I'm doing and I'm trying to learn. So plenty more videos about the telescope from here to who knows when. Works well. I put it on a big battery pack. Runs like a dream, runs all night. I'll run it from 8 in the evening till like 6:30 in the morning. No problems at all. I just have to dial in my time lapse, my star lapse, and figure out the how to find celestial bodies in the sky. And the app has stuff built in to help you figure that out. So those will be the next videos, and that'll be the next experiences for me, as long as the weather is on my side.